Okay, so in the last video, we talked about the 4 elements a great essay must have, and you may have realized that the very key is to have a really great idea, which is actually the real challenge here. Every year, I will spend many hours with my students to brainstorm for great ideas for their essays, and I know that it's quite hard for you to do it on your own, but I've got some tools here to help you out. As I previously mentioned, there are 3 key components to consider in a great essay: a good story, reflection of your insight, and the showing of your personal qualities. So finding that unique experience and your core values would be our first step. So this process involves self-reflection, which is quite difficult for many people. So here are 2 tools I use to help my students reflect on their experiences. So the first one is the personality test. I've talked about it before when we first introduced the T model. So in here, doing the personality test can help you know about yourself better. And there are many personality test websites. And I'll just post one I often use in the description of this video. So the second one is what I call the object and experience emotion list. I remember the first year I started to help my students with universal application, many of them were really clueless as to what to reflect on. And that was why I developed this tool, and it worked really well. So let me show you how to use it. So what you're looking at now is the tool. It is actually a table where you can list everything you came up with. I would suggest you to do this with someone close to you, like your parents, your best friends, and so on. And they may also sometimes remind you of something really important. So in the first column of this table is the object or experience of yours. When you do this, keep asking yourself 2 questions. Question number 1, are there any items that are special to you? And question number 2, since I was born, is there anything that was significant to me? So to get inspired, you can also ask your parents, friends, and teachers, or you can look around your room, open your photo albums, and check out the family videos you guys took before. When you find something you think special, put it down under the first column, then ask yourself the second question: why this experience or this object special to me? So you can write down some keywords or a small paragraph, or some of my students record themselves. So feel free to use any formats you like as long as it works for you. Then you write down your feelings from this object or experience under the third column. Okay, so let me show you an example. As you can see, I fill in something in the second row. Since the space on the slides is pretty limited, so I will only put in a few words. But when you do it on your own, you can for sure put in as much info as you like. So the object is my programming reference books on my bookshelf. And that reminds me that during middle and high school, I used to be fascinated by computer programming and I wanted to be a hacker. Having the power to, decipher the most intricate codes or develop programs to kill the computer virus. So I used to buy many programming books like C#, C++, Visual Basic, Java, and also some books about deciphering or coding. But as you can see, I ended up with working as a business consultant now and a college admission consultant. I also remember that later in high school, I became interested in literature as well. So the reflection was that maybe I didn't love programming itself. I simply enjoy the process of learning and analyzing things. Deep inside, I may enjoy being the critical and analytical me who can see through things and crack the codes. So you see, this is how you use this list. You can keep going on and on. Then with that list, you can pick up one thing or several things that represent your core values. And those ideas may become the raw ideas for your essay.